Welcome to Deadly Dames, and we decided to take part in Todd E Walnuts' 1000 subscriber competition. So this is the first time that we've done this, and we just really liked the questions that you asked. We thought they were interesting, and firstly, well, congratulations for getting to 1000 subscribers, and well, thanks for holding this competition. But here we go. So his first question was, if your house is on fire, touch wood, that never ever happens, what would you save? Well, personally for me, I'm going to take my gremlin. So Stripe's coming with me. I'm running back in to save him, although you would probably fall out with me if we didn't save the Nemesis. But he's too heavy, so I'm taking the gremlin. Alright? Sorry, I'm saving the gremlin. The second question is, if you were stuck on a desert island, what 3 films would you take with you? And they were the only 3 films that you could ever watch. So for me, it's got to be these 3. So, desert island. Who wouldn't want to be on a desert island surrounded by ocean, watching Jaws over and over again? That's definitely not going to cause you to be paranoid in any sense. But I love Jaws. Jaws is a movie which I could probably watch 1,000,000 times and still watch it. By the way, Claire's got my cold now. I feel better. She feels awful. Don't you?
I'm fine.
No, she's dying. Monster Squad. I just love Monster Squad. Again, I've seen this movie 1,000,000,000 times. You're not as big a fan of Monster Squad as I am. But I won out on this one, so we're taking Monster Squad. And the Rocky Horror Picture Show. You need a bit of comedy in there. And obviously Monster Squad's funny. Rocky Horror Picture Show's hilarious. So we needed a variety on this desert with us. So the next question that he asked was, phone has gone blank on me, which soundtrack is in your car right now? So ours is, we're listening to it right now actually, and it's, oh, you put down Neon Demon. Absolutely adore this soundtrack, it's brilliant.
The reason why this was in the car is I actually had a long drive last week, about 200 miles in the dark, and you know, it's quite a nice album to listen to when there's nobody else on the road. It's pitch black, a couple of twinkling lights here and there. It
and
just
Neon
really
Demon
suits the peace and quiet of driving.
It does, it's a great
at a ridiculous
soundtrack.
time at night.
The next question is, which movie's in your machine at the moment? So we didn't actually have a movie in the machine, so we went for the last movie that we both watched, which was Snowpiercer. And again, I did a review on this. I can't say enough good things about this film. It was amazing. I've watched it twice now. You've only watched it once.
I just watched it there. Usually when somebody says, "Oh, I've got to watch this film, it's amazing," that sometimes, you know, you end up being either a little disappointed or you go, that was okay, but that was as good as
I said it was.
It was brilliant.
And
Can't believe
then
it didn't get released here.
Question 5 was a shout out to a fellow YouTuber who you think deserves more subscribers. For me, that's going to be a channel called the Horror Appraisal. I just recently discovered those guys, and I just really like everything that they're doing. They tend to do quite interesting videos, and they mix it up, and I just really like the way they talk about films. You can tell that they really, really enjoy the movies. They're 2 best friends. Well, I get the impression that they're really good friends.
And
but
they come across as really nice guys, and they're quite nice to listen to.
But yeah, you can tell they're just genuine horror fans, movie fans, and as I said, they try different things, and I've just really enjoyed watching their videos. The first YouTuber that you subscribed to, so that was for me, and that was Terror for Tom. I just really like Terror for Tom's collection. I like that he still... Sorry, I'm just going to sit this down. It's hurting my arm. I like that he still enjoys DVDs and enjoys Blu-rays. He's not like a movie snob. He just really likes movies, and it doesn't really matter to how much format he watches them in. I just really like watching that he likes figures, he likes movies, he likes these soundtracks. He literally likes everything that I like, and that's why I really like Terror for Tom. Question after that, so who would you like to meet, dead or alive? And so really why? There's no question about this, and you guessed it before you even put it down. It's Caroline Munro. What would I say to her if I met her? Nothing, because I'd be starstruck and I'd stand there going, but like when I met Robert Englund, no words came out. But yeah, I'd love to meet Caroline Munro, and I'm trying to talk Claire into taking me to the HorrorCon in Birmingham because she's going to be there. I, I really love Caroline Munro, and I don't know why. I just really, really do. She's a Bond girl. She's been in Sinbad. I mean, she's
in Hammer.
She's a Hammer horror legend. You know, she's been in so many Hammer horrors. I mean, she's in the original Maniac, Fanatic, which I can't remember the other name of it. It's a Midnight movie. What's it called? Sure. But Fanatic, I mean, she's starred in so many horror films.
You know what I like about her though is even though she's been in hundreds of these films, see when you watch interviews with her now, she doesn't try to be like, you know, over the top or, you know, oh, I'm famous, and you know, she just seems really down to earth. She could be living next door to you and you would never know that she was. Like,
no, I don't know. I just really like Caroline Munro. I like listening to the way she talks about movies. I like her movie choices. She's hot. Okay, she's older now.
That was the first thing on your list. Don't try to make out that it was about the film.
Next question was question 8. So, what do we feel is the most underrated movie in our collection? So, we went for a shameless screen entertainment movie, which is Torso. This movie was a movie that we really hadn't heard much about until Shameless released it.
I'd never even heard of it, and we had no. I mean, I think at the time that we got this, we'd watched Ratman, which was really not very good. So I think we had quite low expectations of it. I mean, we'd seen New York Ripper, and that was quite a pleasant surprise.
Except for the toe scene.
We'll see what this is like. And
it really took us by surprise. And I think, to be honest, Shameless is quite an underrated, like, horror company, like, because obviously they're releasing a lot of giallos, and that's what they specialise in. But that Torso's a movie that I'm sure lots of people have seen, but it's certainly a movie that I've not heard a lot of people talk about, and it should be a movie that more people are talking about. It's a really, really clever, good, suspenseful film, and I really did like the characters in it as well.
I think it was quite simple, you know, it didn't try to have too many twists and turns to be overly complicated, so you had these characters that you actually like all of them, you don't really want to see any of them die, which is unusual, especially for a horror film.
She's snotting everywhere.
A horror film back then. And you know, it really does keep you guessing right to the very end, which I love films like that. Definitely. It was a toss-up between this or The Car, because I think the Car is an amazing film.
But we went for Torso.
I mean, The Car was a wee bit bigger budget than Torso, and I think they did so well for it being a low budget film.
Then we went for most overrated movie in our collection. Now, probably not going to be liked for this one, but it's a movie that both of us have watched. I know, it's a movie that both of us have actually watched multiple times to try and get why so many people call it the best movie ever and their favourite film of all time. But for us, we just didn't get it. Well, we did get it. We got the storyline. It's not that we couldn't understand what the movie was about. It just didn't jump out to me as the best movie ever. I just kept thinking it was good, but
what I will say is that I like the look of the film and the feel of the film, and it's this really bleak, futuristic world, and there's a lot of things that I like about it. I think what kind of ruined it for me is that people were telling me phrase, oh, you've got to watch this film, it's amazing, it's the best sci-fi film I've ever seen, and it's incredible, and oh, what an ending. So when I watched it, I just thought, you know, when something's overhyped like that, or when you have so many people telling you how great something is, that, you know, it's rarely does it live up to the expectations.
Well, there's a lot of films that do. I mean, I remember people talking to me about Alien before I seen it, and that lived up to the hype. But with this movie, I enjoy it. I just don't see what all the fuss is about, personally. So yeah, we're probably going to be hated for saying Blade Runner, but we think Blade Runner.
Usually when you say, oh, you know, if somebody's talking about Blade Runner and you're saying, oh, I thought it was okay, but I didn't think it was as amazing as people make it out to be. And they always go, oh, you just didn't get it. I did get it. I did get the point in the film and the ending and the message that it was trying to get across, but
it just didn't. For us, it just didn't live up to the hype. Then we're moving on to question 9, best artwork. This was probably the most difficult question for us because there's so many movies that we simply love the artwork. It was definitely going to be an Arrow release because I think the artwork that they do is amazing, but we ended up going for see if I can get it in frame. So we ended up going for...
Blood and Black Lace.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
You can, the way that I'm holding this, you can make out that there is writing there.
Yeah, so we liked Blood and Black Lace because it's simplistic, this cover. It's personally, to me, it's actually a beautiful steelbook. It's two-sided, the artwork, so to be honest, you kind of have to fold it out to get a full view of how amazing the artwork is on this. It's an amazing film.
It is an amazing
the
film.
colour that's in this film, I mean, they captured it perfectly on the artwork. If you've never seen it, definitely go watch it. But yeah, for us, we went for the steelbook release from Arrow Video of Blood and Black Lace. And then the last question was, Todd E Walnuts wanted to know if there was one question we could ask him, what would it be? Our question is, what does the E stand for in Todd E Walnuts? And is Walnuts your surname? And if it is, cool. And if it's not, why Walnuts? Right, so yeah, that's our question for Todd, and this is our first competition that we've entered, so as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and any questions, just ask away. Take care.